All right, boys, ready?
It's
It's Q&A time.
It's Q&A time.
It's Q&A time.
It's Q&A time.
The speed of light is interfering with my signal. Jan G asks, how is your van holding up as a daily driver? And when you come out west, where do you go? Jan, I've asked those questions in past clips and videos, so if you go back, you'll see those answers. Sorry, I hope that helps. Mike Watson, Lewis, do you have any other camcorder other than your phone? What program app do you use for editing? What type of mounts do you use? You get some unusual angles, especially from overhead. I don't have anything else aside from the iPhone. That's what I'm using. I do have a GoPro 3, I think, or 3. A very nice subscriber that I met when I went out west and I came back. He gave me one. It's brand new. I still haven't used it. Thanks, John. I still haven't used it because I don't have a computer that's working properly to do all the editing and all that, and so I can't use it as of now. Maybe in the future, if I get a computer and all that, then I can use it. So far, all I use is the iPhone. I use iMovie for the editing on the phone. And what type of mounts do I use? I use anything that I can get my hands on. I got this thing here, very cheap at Walmart for $5. I do have a more expensive one, costs $60. I find this much more usable because the other one has these clips. You have to unclip to extend. This one, all I got to do is this, and I'm done. The other one also has a thing here you have to undo to turn. This is like 1, 2, 3, and I'm done. And so I like this better. I have a tripod, but basically I'll just stick my phone anywhere I can. I'll use a rock, a stick, a tree, a twig, anything to hold the phone to do the shot, whatever it takes. So even if I don't have a tripod or a mount or something, I'll use nature. I'll use whatever. Go State asks, hello old friend, and this is Julian. Is this Julian from Michigan? And you came to meet me in Toledo when I was coming from out west. Is that the same Julian? Without a sink and holding tank, how do you clean your fruits and vegetables? I use water. I can use vinegar and then rinse with water. I have a container here that I use to wash my face and fix, and I can just pour water over that and just rinse the stuff. So it's really no big deal. Also, there's products that you can use to clean the fruits and vegetables. So that's no big deal not having a sink. Expedite Travels asks, question, I've heard grumblings on YouTube. Spielberger, you misspelled Spielberger. You spelled Spielberger. It's Spielberger. Get your names right, buddy. Guy is a perfectionist and will not rest until he has the best content on YouTube. Is this really hard work? Is it really hard work? Hard to work with this guy. I don't know. I mean, it all depends. I mean, I guess he's good to work with. I mean, everywhere I turn, if I'm like doing turns and stuff, he keeps the camera right there on me, so in a sense, if he's a perfectionist because of that, then the better. It's good, as long as he does not interfere with what I do. I mean, stays out of the way, just keeps the camera on me. That's all I ask. Question number 2, Calvin wants to know if Van Jones has any room for a roommate. No, sorry, not even Spielberger and Van Stein live in a basement. They have to live on on the second floor. But they like it up there. I mean, they have an excellent view, and Van Jones is kind of like sad that he missed out on the second floor, but he kind of likes the basement, just the way it is. Todster 772008. In your intro, you state that you live in your van not by choice. I'm wondering how long you plan on living in your van for. Is it permanent or temporarily? Thanks. In my original intro, I had in a van not by choice, and that was a fact. When I went living in a van, I didn't really have a choice. I didn't have a choice to leave my family. That was not my choice. So, and when it came time to living somewhere, I didn't really have much of a choice. So I had to go live in a van. That was my choice at the time, because I didn't feel like I had another choice. Presently, and for a long time now, I live in a van because I choose to. This is my choice now. I love living in a van. Do you plan on living in your van for, how long do you plan on living in a van for? I plan on living in a van for, or in a vehicle of some kind, probably for the rest of my life. I love this lifestyle. I love living free. I love not having to pay rent and mortgage. So that's, we don't know the future, right? I don't know what the future holds, but as far as I'm concerned, indefinitely. Lamb Chop XOXO asks, what is Van Jones' favorite food? Scraps. whatever you can eat, that's what he eats. Lamb Chop XOXO also asks, we know you are a heavy equipment operator. Were you ever considering another career, either before or while doing the current? If so, what is and why? What is it and why? Did I consider another career? No. I mean, I've done other stuff in the past. I've had my own painting company, small painting company. I've worked driving a truck. I've worked as a laborer. I've done different kinds of small jobs, but they never really paid well. And what I do, is it's a hard job. It looks easy. It's hard, and but it pays well enough that I'm happy with that. At this stage in my life, I do not want to change, and when I change is to retire in a few years and be done with this. Lamb Chop XOXO also asks, what is Spielberger's best known work? Oh, I mean, Spielberger, he's an artist, every work he does is like, it's a masterpiece. At least in his head, it's a masterpiece. So that's a question I can't answer. But he's behind the camera. He's waving, there. He's signaling that okay, he understands. Okay, take it easy. Keep the camera steady there. Okay, keep the camera steady. All right, don't get excited. Sorry about that. Lamb Chop XOXO also asks, besides Portugal and Canada, have you ever been outside the U.S. If so, where, what place, and how was your trip? I went to Australia in '92, Sydney, Australia. The trip was long, and I wasn't able to stay there long, but it's a long story. But Australia, and then on the way back, we stopped in Honolulu for a few hours. So that was about it.